boom, they put a big hit on him, and he lets it fall out of his hand.
Week 8, the Falcons won a shootout in their first matchup against the Panthers. Can Carolina even the score? The answer comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the 6, the lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led by their 5'11" quarterback and a mobile one at that. From Temple, it's P.J. Walker.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Walker looking to throw it right away. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
Here's Walker. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A 1st down throw for Walker. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Walker. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Walker. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and at quarterback for them is a former second overall pick who spent 4 seasons as a starter in Tennessee, Marcus Mariota. Beginning on the ground with Patterson.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
That's returnable now for Smith.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Now Walker.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Walker. Thomas brings it in. Touchdown, Carolina. Ian Thomas, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Panthers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Piniero's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Piniero to kick it off.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Here's Mariota. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
First and 10, it's Patterson.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota.
This is to Pitts on the quick slant. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Yetur Gross Matos there to bring him down. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mariota to throw it. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Mariota. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out and try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He's able to do touchdown, Panthers.
Terrace Marshall, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this group, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
And complete to Drake London. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Panthers have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Walker. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Walker. That's going to be caught. It's Chenot. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Laviska Shenault. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was the touchdown catch from Laviska Shenault that capped it all off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mariota now to throw on first down. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Mariota's throw caught by Bird here.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mariota. Dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Mariota now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing into break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mariota. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. First down, Mariota. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Now Mariota. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Lorenzo Carter, his 2nd sack of the night. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Throw left side, complete to Bird. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. A first down throw for Mariota. Pass complete to Bird out right here. Touchdown Falcons. Damiere Byrd from 21 yards away. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Takes it at the 7.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To throw is Walker. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Finds his man on the out route. It's Chenault. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Walker. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. Throw caught here by Bird. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 12, Mariota. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Tremendous field position there at a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Walker's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Walker. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Walker. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. And we're back now in Charlotte. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Walker. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Walker now. He's got the hook up. It's Chenault on the crossing route. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Walker from the gun on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. 1st and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their own 21. Now Patterson to start the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw Mariota. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Mariota now from the 50. Throw left side. There's London. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The throw over the middle taken in. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll throw again. Mariota. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. Touchdown! Kaderl Hodge, 33 yards. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts early?
Walker hit and the ball is out. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So here is Mariota and the Falcons. Down 24-17. 1:51 on the clock. To throw, Mariota. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Mariota. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And the Falcons are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal.
Now Mariota.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, trying to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was.